Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our English Conversation podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Mark. It's so good to have you here again. Thanks for joining us for another cozy chat.
Today's topic is something everyone does sooner or later: eating at a restaurant.
Yes, whether it's a simple cafe or a fancy dinner, we all have to order food sometimes.
And it can feel a little scary when you're using English.
Exactly. Maybe you're worried about saying the wrong word, or you can't understand the waiter.
But don't worry, we're here to make it fun and easy.
So, Emily, do you remember the first time you ordered food in English?
Oh, yes, very clearly. I was traveling in Sydney. I went to this small restaurant by the beach. The menu looked simple, or so I thought.
Oh no. What happened?
I wanted chicken soup, but I accidentally said chicken soap.
Oh no. Chicken soap?
Yes, the waiter smiled and said, "You mean soup, right?" I turned bright red.
That's adorable. And a perfect example of how kind most people are when you make a small mistake.
Exactly. I learned that day that it's okay to laugh at yourself.
How about now? Are you more confident when ordering?
Oh, yes. Now I enjoy it. I like saying things like, "Hi, can I see the menu, please?" Or, "I'll have the pasta."
That sounds natural. You always sound friendly, too. That's important.
Yes, a smile makes a big difference. Even if you forget a word, your tone shows confidence.
I remember once I forgot the word for knife. So I said, "Can I have the food cutting thing, please?"
Oh no, did the waiter understand?
He did. He smiled and brought me a knife. See? Kindness and humor work everywhere.
What's your favorite kind of restaurant, Mark?
Hmm. I like small family places, the kind with handwritten menus and warm smells.
Oh, me too. The kind where you can hear the kitchen working and people laughing.
Yes, where the food feels homemade and the staff treat you like friends.
I think food tastes better when the place feels warm.
Absolutely. Even simple rice and soup can feel special when you're comfortable.
What about fine dining? Fancy restaurants with soft lights and big plates?
Oh, those. I like them once in a while, but I always feel nervous about which fork to use.
Me too. I once used the dessert spoon for soup.
Did anyone notice?
Maybe. But I just smiled and kept going. The key is confidence.
That's right. Don't panic, just enjoy the experience.
You know, restaurants are great places to practice polite English.
Like what kind of phrases?
For example, when you arrive, you can say, "Hi, table for two, please."
Or, can I see the menu, please? That's another useful one.
Yes. And when you're ready to order, you can say, "I'd like the chicken sandwich." Or, "Could I have the steak, please?"
Don't forget for here or to go. Some restaurants ask that too.
Exactly. And always, always end with "thank you."
What about when you don't understand something on the menu?
Ah, that's common. You can simply ask, "What's in this dish?" Or, "Can you tell me more about this?"
That's a good one. It shows interest and helps you avoid surprises.
Because sometimes you order something that looks safe and then it arrives with tentacles.
Oh no. Did that happen to you?
Yes. Once in Japan, I thought I ordered noodles with vegetables, but it came with baby octopus. I was shocked, but tried to stay polite.
That's brave. I think I would have quietly whispered, "Can I get fries instead?"
Sometimes that's the safest choice.
It's amazing how food can make people feel connected, even when they speak different languages.
That's true. A smile, a nod, a happy thank you. Those are universal.
Have you ever made friends at a restaurant?
Hmm. Yes. Once I shared a table with a traveler in Italy. We both ordered pizza and ended up talking for 2 hours.
That's lovely. So, food became the start of friendship.
Exactly. That's why I think restaurants are not just about food. They're about moments.
Beautifully said.
You know, many listeners might be shy about speaking English in restaurants.
Yes, that's normal. But remember, most waiters appreciate your effort. They're not judging you.
Right. If you say something wrong, just laugh and keep going.
And if you're not sure how to pronounce something, just point to it on the menu. That works perfectly.
Yes, I've done that many times. This one, please, with a smile. It always works.
Same here. The universal finger point method.
Do you ever cook the dishes you try at restaurants?
Sometimes, I once tried to make Thai curry after tasting it in Bangkok.
Oh, really? How did it turn out?
Spicy. Very spicy. I almost cried.
That means it was authentic.
I guess so. But it gave me more respect for real chefs.
Yes, cooking is like art, and ordering food is like visiting a small museum of flavors.
That's a poetic way to put that. I like that.
You know, the first few minutes in a restaurant are interesting. You look around, smell the food, feel the atmosphere.
Yes, I always notice the music and lighting. It sets the mood.
Do you prefer quiet restaurants or lively ones?
Hmm. Quiet ones, usually. But sometimes a busy place full of laughter feels alive and happy.
True. It depends on your mood and who you're with.
Exactly. If it's a date, quiet is good. If it's a group of friends, noise means joy.
That's true.
So, if you were helping someone order in English for the first time, what advice would you give?
I'd say relax, smile, and keep it simple. Start with greetings. Hi, a table for two, please. Then take your time with the menu.
That's great advice. You don't have to sound perfect, you just have to sound kind.
Yes, the goal isn't to impress, it's to connect.
Well said.
So, for our listeners, imagine this. You walk into a restaurant. The waiter smiles and asks, "How many people?" You answer confidently, "Table for two, please."
You sit down, look at the menu, and breathe. You can do this. It's just English and food, two of life's best things.
That's right. Food and English, both delicious.
I love that combination.
In the next part, we'll go deeper. How to order, ask questions, make changes, and handle surprises politely.
Yes, like when your dish arrives and it's not what you expected.
That's a classic. So don't go anywhere. Join us in part 2, where we'll continue this tasty journey.
See you soon, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. So, you've got your seat, your menu, and that delicious smell in the air. Now comes the exciting part.
Yes, choosing what to eat. Sometimes that's the hardest decision of the day.
Oh, yes, especially when everything on the menu looks good.
That's me every time. I open the menu and suddenly I want everything. Pasta, steak, salad, dessert, all at once.
You're describing my brain perfectly.
For English learners, reading a menu can be interesting. Some words sound fancy or confusing,
Like what?
like grilled, roasted, baked, or pan-seared. They all mean cooked, but in different ways.
Ah, yes. Grilled means cooked over fire, baked is cooked in the oven, and fried is cooked in oil.
Exactly. Knowing a few of those words can help a lot when choosing dishes.
And if you're not sure, you can always ask, how is this cooked? Or what's in it?
Yes, and people are usually happy to explain.
So, Emily, what kind of food do you usually order at a restaurant?
Hmm. It depends on my mood. If I'm hungry, I love something warm, like soup or pasta.
I can imagine you sitting there holding a big bowl of soup with a smile.
That's me, especially on rainy days.
I love comfort food too. Something that feels like a hug.
Food really can feel like love, can't it?
It can. Sometimes it's not about taste, but about memory.
Oh? What do you mean?
Like when I eat apple pie, I think of my grandmother. She used to bake it every weekend.
That's sweet. So every slice feels like visiting your childhood.
Exactly. That's the magic of food. It connects us to people and moments.
You know, Restaurants can also create new memories. I once had dinner with my best friend after years apart. We laughed, talked, and ate until the restaurant closed.
That sounds perfect. Do you remember what you ordered?
Hmm. Yes. A big plate of spaghetti with tomato sauce. Simple, but it felt special.
Simple food makes the best memories.
What about you? Have you ever had a funny moment while ordering?
Oh, yes. Once in Thailand, I tried to order fried rice. I said it confidently, or I thought I did. The waiter nodded, but brought me spicy squid instead.
Oh, no. Did you eat it?
I smiled, said thank you, and tried it. It was so spicy, my eyes were watering.
At least you were polite.
Yes. And I learned two lessons. Always double check the menu and never underestimate chili peppers.
That's such a good attitude. Sometimes the best way to learn English or travel is to laugh at mistakes.
Exactly. It's all part of the adventure.
And once you relax, ordering becomes fun. You start to enjoy the little interactions with the waiter or waitress.
Yes. Like when they ask, are you ready to order? Or would you like to start with drinks?
Right. And you can reply, yes, I'd like, or can I have? It's simple and natural.
And if you need more time, just say, could we have a few more minutes, please?
Yes, that one saves lives, especially for people like me who can't decide.
I use it all the time too.
Ordering is also about being polite.
Definitely. A calm tone, a smile, and simple words, that's all you need.
For example, I'd like the grilled chicken, please. Or, can I have the salad without onions?
Yes, and could I get the dressing on the side? That's another polite way to ask for a change.
That's right. You can always ask for small changes politely.
And if something goes wrong, like you get the wrong dish, just say, excuse me, I think this isn't what I ordered.
Perfect. Always calm, never rude.
Yes. Remember, being kind makes people want to help you.
Have you ever had an amazing waiter or waitress?
Oh, yes. Once in Madrid, a waiter helped me understand every dish. He explained the ingredients, told jokes, and even recommended dessert.
That's so nice.
At the end, he said good food is good conversation. I'll never forget that.
That's beautiful. Food connects hearts as much as it fills stomachs.
True. It's love in edible form.
You should write that on a t-shirt. What about you, Emily? Any memorable restaurant experiences? Yes. Once, in a small village in Italy, the chef came out to ask how we liked the food. He smiled like a proud artist.
Oh, I love that.
I said, "It's perfect." And he looked so happy, like I'd given him a gift.
That's beautiful. Words can be as delicious as food when they're sincere.
Exactly. That's why politeness and warmth matters so much when you order.
Sometimes it's nice to start small talk with the waiter. A friendly, "How's your day going?" Or, "It smells great in here."
That's such a Mark thing to say. You probably make everyone smile.
Maybe, but it creates connection. A restaurant is more than service, it's shared humanity.
That's true. The waiter brings food, but you bring kindness.
Dutifully said, Emily. Okay, question time. What's your go-to order if you're starving and don't want to think too much?
Easy. Burger and fries. Always safe, always satisfying.
Classic.
What about you?
Probably fried rice or pasta, something comforting.
So we both go for carbs when hungry.
Of course, carbs are happiness.
You know, for language learners, restaurants are perfect practice zones.
Yes, you can practice greetings, requests, and even small talk, all in one place.
And it's real English, not from a textbook.
Exactly. Every interaction feels natural. Even mistakes teach you something new.
And when the food arrives, you can say, "It looks delicious," or "Thank you so much."
Yes, those small sentences sound friendly and natural.
Have you ever ordered something just because it sounded fancy?
Oh, yes. Once I ordered beef tartare because the name sounded elegant. I didn't realize it was raw meat.
Oh no! Did you eat it?
I tried one bite and smiled politely. It was an experience.
That's brave. Sometimes the fanciest dishes are the most surprising.
Exactly. But now I always ask, is it cooked before ordering?
A wise lesson learned. So, listeners, if you ever feel nervous at a restaurant, remember this. You're not performing. You're just sharing a small human moment.
Yes. Be polite, be patient, and enjoy the process.
And if you forget a word, just point or smile. That's universal English.
Absolutely. Food is the world's favorite language anyway.
So true.
So, in the next part, we'll talk about what happens after you order. Waiting, chatting, reacting to your food, and even small talk during the meal.
Yes, and how to say things like, "Excuse me, could I get some water?" Or, "This tastes amazing."
It's the heart of the dining experience, gratitude and conversation.
So grab your fork, take a sip of water, and join us in part 3.
We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. So far, we found a seat, looked at the menu, and ordered our food.
Yes, and now comes the best part, waiting for that delicious meal to arrive.
Oh yes, that magical waiting time, full of hunger and hope.
Exactly. You look around, you smell food from other tables, and you start thinking, please let mine come soon.
That's me every single time, especially when someone next to me gets their food first.
The silent jealousy moment. Why did they get theirs before me?
Yes, but then your own plate arrives and everything is forgiven.
There's something special about that moment when the waiter brings the food to your table.
Yes, the smell, the look, the sound of the plate touching the table, it's exciting every time.
And then the waiter says, "Enjoy your meal." Such a simple phrase, but it always feels warm.
Yes, and you can reply, "Thank you, it looks delicious."
Exactly. That's a perfect, polite response, simple and friendly.
I think those few seconds saying thank you, smiling, feeling hungry, they're part of the whole experience.
Do you remember a meal that made you really happy?
Hmm, yes. Once I went to a small restaurant in Vietnam. They served soup with fresh herbs and noodles. Pho.
Oh, I love pho.
Me too. The waiter smiled and said, "Try with lime." I did, and the flavor changed completely. It felt like magic.
That's such a nice memory.
I think food always tastes better when people share kindness with it.
Absolutely. Good service adds extra flavor.
Curious, Mark. Any unforgettable restaurant moment?
Yes, I once went to a small seafood place by the sea. The chef came out and said, "I caught this fish this morning."
Wow, that's fresh.
It was grilled perfectly. The air smelled like salt and lemon. I remember the sound of waves while eating. It was peaceful.
Softly. That sounds like a movie scene.
That's when I realized food isn't just about taste, it's about where you are and who you're with.
I completely agree.
Do you talk while eating, or do you stay quiet and enjoy your food?
Both. I talk between bites, but if the food is really good, I get silent. That's how my friends know it's delicious.
So if Emily's quiet, it means 5 stars for the chef.
Exactly. What about you?
I love talking during meals. It makes the food feel alive. Sharing stories, laughing, it's like seasoning for the soul.
I love that. Seasoning for the soul. You're turning into a poet again.
Maybe food does that to me.
You know, in some cultures, people say a short word or phrase before eating.
Like what?
In Japan, they say itadakimasu, which means something like, "I humbly receive." It's a way to show gratitude.
That's beautiful. It's not just about eating, it's about respect for the food and the people who made it.
Yes, I love that. Gratitude makes everything taste better.
It does. Even a simple sandwich feels special when you're thankful.
Curious Mark, when your food arrives and it's not what you ordered, what do you do?
Laughing. That happened once. I ordered chicken, but got fish. I smiled and said, "Excuse me, I think there's been a small mistake."
Nice and polite. What happened?
The waiter apologized and fixed it right away. It was easy, no stress.
That's how it should be. Kindness always works better than frustration.
Yes, getting angry never makes food arrive faster.
True.
And if something tastes different than what you expected, you can say, "Excuse me, could I check this dish?" Or, "I think this might be missing something."
That's a good one. Always polite and calm.
Exactly. People want to help you. Just give them kindness.
You really are the polite customer of the year.
I try my best.
Curious, Mark, what about drinks? Do you usually order something special?
I usually go for iced tea or sparkling water. I love that refreshing sound when it arrives, the ice clinking in the glass.
Me too. Or lemonade with mint. It feels like sunshine in a glass.
Laughing. Sunshine in a glass. I like that.
Thank you. You see, food and language share something. Both express feelings.
True. When you describe food, you describe emotion.
Curious, have you ever tried food that surprised you? Something you didn't expect to like?
Laughing. Oh, yes. Sushi. I was nervous about eating raw fish, but then I tried it and loved it.
Same here. The first bite felt strange, but then it became one of my favorite foods.
And you learn that sometimes stepping outside your comfort zone can lead to joy.
That's true for learning English, too.
Exactly. Every new phrase, like every new flavor, expands your world.
So, while waiting for food or eating, you can practice simple English sentences.
Yes, like, this tastes amazing, or it's very spicy, but I like it.
Or, I think I ordered too much. That's my line every time.
Mine too. And you can also say, could I get some water, please? Or, may I have more napkins?
Those are such useful phrases, short, polite, and friendly.
Sometimes people forget that communication is more about energy than vocabulary.
Yes, if your tone is gentle, even simple words sound beautiful.
Exactly. You could say good or delicious, and it still feels nice if you say it kindly.
That's the power of kindness again. It makes every table brighter.
And every meal more memorable.
Curious, Mark, have you ever eaten alone at a restaurant?
Yes, a few times. At first it felt strange, but then I realized it's peaceful. You can enjoy your food slowly and watch life around you.
I like that too. Eating alone doesn't mean being lonely. Sometimes it's self-care.
Exactly. You listen to yourself, you taste every bite. It's a quiet kind of happiness.
I agree. It's like a gentle reminder to slow down.
You know, I think food teaches us mindfulness, to live in the moment.
Yes, every bite, every flavor, every laugh with friends, it's all part of being present.
That's why I love eating with people who take their time. No rush, no phones, just conversation.
That's how meals become memories. Curious, do you think language learners should practice English at restaurants?
Definitely. It's one of the best real-life classrooms.
Yes, you can practice greetings, polite phrases, and even compliments.
Exactly. You can say, the food is great, or I really enjoyed this. It builds confidence and spreads kindness.
And that's something we all need more of. So, dear listeners, when you sit in a restaurant next time, take a moment to enjoy everything: the smell, the sound, the company, and even the silence.
Because a meal isn't just about eating. It's about feeling grateful, alive, and connected.
That's so true. Food fills your stomach, but gratitude fills your heart.
Beautifully said, Emily.
Thank you, Mark. And in our final part, we'll talk about how to finish your meal politely, asking for the bill, tipping, and saying goodbye with warmth.
Yes, the part that many people find confusing, but it's actually simple and friendly.
So stay with us and let's finish this delicious journey together in part 4.
We'll see you there, and don't forget to enjoy your meal.
Welcome back, everyone. We've ordered, we've eaten, and now it's time for the final part of our restaurant journey.
Yes, the part that many people forget to think about: how to finish your meal politely.
Right. Some people love this part, others get nervous about it, especially when it's time to ask for the bill.
Oh, yes, the famous question, "Excuse me, can I have the bill, please?"
Simple, polite, and always works.
You know, for many English learners, this part can feel a little awkward. They don't know how to say it naturally.
Yes, some say check, others say bill. Both are fine. It depends on the country.
Right. In the US, people say check, and in the UK, it's bill.
Exactly. So you can say, can we get the check, please? Or, could I have the bill, please? Both sound polite.
I've heard people clap their hands or wave to call the waiter, but please don't do that.
Oh no, yes, that's not polite. Just a small hand gesture or eye contact is enough.
Do you remember your first time paying at a restaurant in another country?
Hmm. Yes, in London. I didn't know if I had to pay at the table or at the counter. So I just sat there waiting and waiting.
How long?
Maybe 20 minutes? Finally, the waiter said, "Oh, you can pay up front." I laughed and said, "I was wondering why nobody brought the bill."
Oh, that's adorable. It's a good reminder. Customs are different everywhere.
Yes, in some countries you pay at the table, in others you walk to the cashier. So it's okay to ask, do I pay here or at the counter?
Perfect phrase. Clear and polite.
Do you remember your first time paying at a restaurant in another country?
Yes, in London. I didn't know if I had to pay at the table or at the counter, so I just sat there waiting and waiting.
How long?
Maybe 20 minutes. Finally, the waiter said, "Oh, you can pay up front." I laughed and said, "I was wondering why nobody brought the bill."
Oh, that's adorable. It's a good reminder. Customs are different everywhere.
Yes, in some countries you pay at the table. In others, you walk to the cashier. So it's okay to ask, "Do I pay here or at the counter?"
Perfect phrase. Clear and polite. What about tipping? That's another thing that confuses people.
True. It really depends on the country, too.
Yes, in the US, tipping is expected, usually 15 to 20%, but in other places, service is included in the price.
Right. You can always ask, "Is service included?" if you're not sure.
Exactly. And if it's not, leaving a small tip is always a kind gesture.
Even a few coins can say, "Thank you for your kindness."
Yes, it's not about money, it's about appreciation.
Have you ever left a note with your tip?
Once, I wrote, "Thank you, your smile made my day." The waitress looked so happy when she saw it.
That's beautiful, Emily. Words are powerful, especially when they come from the heart.
Yes, kindness doesn't need to be big. Even small notes or polite words make a big difference.
I once got a small thank you note from a waiter after I left a tip. He wrote, "Thank you for being kind to our staff." I kept that paper for years.
Oh, that's lovely. A full circle of kindness.
After you pay, there's that nice final moment. You stand up, feel full and happy, and say goodbye.
Yes, and that's where small phrases matter.
Like, "Thank you so much," or "Everything was wonderful."
Or even, "Have a great evening," or "See you next time." Those sound friendly and natural.
It's the little things that make you memorable to the staff.
Yes, being a kind guest is just as important as being a kind host.
Have you ever had a meal so good that you wanted to compliment the chef?
Yes, I once asked the waiter, "Could you please thank the chef for me?" The chef actually came out to say hello.
That's amazing. What did you say?
I just said, that was the best pasta I've ever had. His smile so wide, I thought he might cry.
That's wonderful. People remember appreciation more than anything else.
Yes, a kind word costs nothing, but it means everything.
You know what I find funny? Sometimes after eating, people say, "I'm never eating again." And then, 2 hours later, they're hungry.
That's me. I always say that after a big meal. Then I see dessert and suddenly I have space again.
Dessert stomach, it's a real thing.
Definitely. There's always room for cake.
What's your favorite dessert?
I'd say tiramisu. Soft, creamy, and full of coffee flavor.
Good choice. For me, it's apple crumble. Warm apples with cinnamon and ice cream.
Oh, that sounds perfect. The best way to end a meal, something sweet and comforting.
You know, restaurants are more than just places to eat. They're places to connect, celebrate, and rest.
Yes, sometimes people go to restaurants for birthdays, anniversaries, or even just to feel special for a day.
Or to spend time with someone they love.
Exactly. That's why being polite, kind, and thankful makes the whole experience better for everyone.
And even if your English isn't perfect, your kindness speaks louder.
Yes, words come from the mouth, but respect comes from the heart.
When you finish your meal, what's your little habit before leaving?
I always take one last look at the table, the empty plate, the napkin, the cup, and think, that was nice.
That's such a calm, reflective thing to do.
It helps me feel grateful. Gratitude makes even an ordinary meal feel beautiful.
That's true. I usually thank the waiter one more time before leaving. Sometimes I even say, "You made my day."
That's very you, Mark, full of heart.
You know, learning how to order, eat, and finish politely in English isn't just language, it's life skill.
Yes, because eating is something we all share. It's universal.
Exactly. So when our listeners go to a restaurant next time, they can try these small phrases with confidence.
Yes. Table for two, please. Could I see the menu? I'd like the chicken, please. Could I have the bill? And finally, thank you. It was wonderful.
That's it. Simple, polite, natural, and full of kindness.
And remember, even if you forget a word, your smile is the best communication tool.
Yes, smiles are the same in every language.
That's my favorite thing about food and language. Both bring people closer.
Absolutely. They fill not just your stomach, but your heart.
That should be the slogan of this podcast.
Filling hearts, one conversation at a time.
I love that.
So, dear listeners, wherever you are, whether you're in a small cafe, a big restaurant, or your own kitchen, take a moment to appreciate your food, your company, and yourself.
Because every meal is a chance to connect with others, with language, and with life itself.
And maybe next time you say, "Can I have the bill, please?" you'll say it with confidence and warmth.
Exactly. Because you're not just learning English, you're learning how to express kindness in every small moment.
Well, Emily, I think we've reached the end of our meal and our episode.
Yes, it's been such a lovely conversation, full of laughter, food, and heart.
To our listeners, thank you for joining us again.
We hope your next restaurant visit feels easier, friendlier, and more joyful.
And remember, the best meals are the ones shared with good people and good stories.
Beautifully said, Mark.
Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep practicing English with love.
Goodbye for now, everyone. And don't forget to say, thank you. It was wonderful.
See you soon.